Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the October 2014 edition of Keeping It Real, live from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm your host, Dennis Aloia. We're going to have a great show tonight. I've got a couple of really interesting guests, and before we get started, I just wanted to mention something. I am so glad to be back in this country. I was on a 7-day cruise last week, had a wonderful time on board the ship. We went to Central America, Belize, Honduras, and a few other places down in Mexico. Although they were beautiful to look at, I definitely wouldn't want to live there because it's all third world and you see some real poverty in those countries. So I just wanted to mention it to the folks out there because I can tell you from my point of view, I was very glad to get back aboard the ship, and even more important, I was glad to get back in our world here in America. So thank your lucky stars that you were born and raised in this country. It's the best country on the face of this earth, without a doubt. My first guest is a lovely lady named Miss Nancy Long. Nancy, hello again.
Hello, Dennis.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having
me. And
I
met Nancy several years ago when we were part of a show called the Georgia Senior Follies. And you had to be over 50 to perform, and all amateur performers. Nancy was one of the performers. She is a dancer. She's also a former Miss Senior Georgia, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. And lots of other things, and that's why I wanted you to come on the show tonight and kind of talk about you and what you do. And let's start with the dancing. When did you start dancing? And now you're a member of the Paris Dancers.
Oh, and two other groups.
And two other groups, okay.
I'm a member of the Dazzling Dames.
The Dazzling Dames.
The Dazzling Dames, which we are the entertainment group of the Georgia Classic Club, which is... You have to be in the pageant, Miss Senior Georgia pageant, to be eligible.
Okay.
And then the entertainment arm of that group is are the Dazzling Dames. Then my tap group is Sophisticated Ladies.
Mm-hmm.
But I really started dancing at age 70. Took up tap dancing.
Wow.
And I took to it like a duck to water. And we started entertaining.
Well, was that your skill during the Miss Senior Georgia pageant?
No. I'm an interpreter for the deaf. I've been an interpreter for about 46 years.
Wow.
And I still do a little bit of interpreting.
Okay.
Mostly all medical now. But
right.
I've done school. I've done corporate in church. I was a minister for 12 years at Mount Perrin Church of God to the deaf. And... but now I do occasionally, but that was my talent, and I signed To God Be the Glory.
Great.
And so I was crowned Miss Senior Georgia 2003.
That must have been a lot of fun.
It was.
Opened up a lot of doors for you. You got to meet a lot of new people.
It opened me up.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way.
Okay.
It seemed like it's age 70. It's like I started a different life, a separate life, a new life.
See, folks, there's hope out there. If you're 50 and you think you're on the edge, you're completely wrong.
Forget it. I think my life, my good life, started at 70. I had a wonderful life up to then, as far as my children, et cetera, et cetera. But for me, as a person, and to realize my own worth and my own, whatever, the things that I would like to accomplish, I think started at 70. And so it just progressed. We started entertaining, and I did meet a lot of people. I still entertain, and that's how I got into the Follies.
Well, you did something interesting for your 70th birthday, was it?
My 75th birthday.
75th birthday. Tell our audience what you did to celebrate.
I went hang gliding off of Lookout Mountain, Georgia.
You can't get me above the second floor of a building, and you went hang gliding. Unbelievable.
Well, I had parasailed first, and I actually did it to face my fear. I'll be honest with you. I did it to face my fear because I was so afraid of heights. Here you're out over the water, how many feet in the air?
Yeah.
But at any rate, yes, I went hang gliding. That was for 75. And you want to know what I did for my 80th birthday?
I'm almost afraid to ask.
I went skydiving.
Skydiving.
Yeah. Channel 5 did a great interview.
Really?
And yes. So it's recorded history.
My goodness.
It's recorded history.
So at 90, you're going to take the space shot, right?
I don't know. I mean, I've got to see what's available.
Well, that is just awesome. I can't, get over that you did that. And there's so many people I've seen. I entertain a lot at senior living communities doing my magic and comedy show. And there's a lot of people younger than me in these places. And there's some pretty broken down people in some of these places.
Yes, there are.
And we're so blessed to be able to be senior citizens and be able to do the things that we do and be very active physically as well as emotionally. And I just got, I'm awed by your experiences in life.
Well, Dennis, there are people who are old at 40.
There are. It's all a state of mind, isn't
it's
it?
between the ears. I tell you, it's between the ears.
I like that.
And I'm positive, and I think I told you earlier, I will not hang out with negative people. You want to get negative, you better find another place to be, because I will be ugly and tell you I don't want to hear it. Because I'm honest with it.
Yeah.
Because I know what it does to you.
Yeah.
Negativity will drag you down quicker than anything. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I like that, because I'm also a very positive person, and I like to laugh a lot. Mm-hmm. And I don't like to be around people that are kind of downers, you know. Yeah. It just brings you down. I think everybody should be brought up.
Well, absolutely. One of the things that for the Miss Senior Georgia pageant, one of the parts of our mission statement is to minister, not minister in the sense of the spiritual word, but to let people know that being a senior is positive. There's positive seniorhood. And I will tell you that after turning 70, I felt like that was just like a whole new world opened up to me. Mm. But a lot of it was within myself. My statement of principle was I came out from a cocoon of unworthiness into a butterfly of faith and self-acceptance.
Oh, I like that.
And
sounds like a book title.
Yeah, we need to write a book together. But I really accepted. I learned the unconditional love of God, Dennis, and that's what changed my life.
It's a real testament.
It is a testament, and that is my testimony. Mm-hmm. And so when in the Miss Senior Georgia pageant, when I signed "To God Be the Glory," that was my testimony.
That's fantastic.
Because everything that I've done, all the dancing that I'm doing, I just celebrated, as you know, my 82nd birthday, and I'm still dancing. Leaving tomorrow morning to go to the Georgia Mountain Fair.
Yeah, and we did a show together last month in Highlands, North Carolina.
We did 4 shows.
4 shows. You're right. And she danced in the show along with the other Paris dancers. But I love your outfit. Out of all the outfits I saw up there, I love yours the most.
The blue.
The red, white, and blue.
Oh, for the military.
The military salute. Yeah. They salute every branch of the military during the show. Mm-hmm. And in fact, you guys got a standing ovation.
We did.
And you come out in a 4th of July outfit is the best way I can explain it, right? Red, white, and blue.
Well, now, are you thinking of Calendar Girl, the little shorts, or are you thinking the red dress?
Calendar Girl.
You're thinking Calendar Girl. Yeah, I'm 4th of July Calendar Girl.
That's right, but it's still red, white, and blue.
Yeah,
yeah. I like that. Yeah. You did that same bit at the Georgia Senior Follies.
Yes.
It was a hit then. We had done, I don't know how many shows over a 4-day period, but every show was sold out.
We did 11 shows.
11 shows.
I've done the Follies 5 years.
Yeah.
And the last 2 years we did 11 sold-out shows.
And what was the oldest person in the show? Do you recall?
The one lady, and Don may remember this, was 90-something. She was a comedian. She was there. Do you remember that year?
I do.
She was a lovely, lovely lady.
Right. I do remember that.
But she was 90-something.
Yeah.
But now, Helen, when we do the showgirl bit in the Follies, Helen is the oldest. Mm-hmm. And I'm a year younger than she. And we always laugh because we say, here we are, we're in our 80s, we can strut with the best of them.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a great thing to be around you and other positive people, and I love the fact that you're entertaining at your age and not sitting home knitting or thinking about other negative things that could happen in our lives, But you're just a joy to be around, and that's why I wanted you as a guest.
Well, I will tell you this. When we did the showgirl bit the first couple of times, they recorded our little short bio as we were doing our strut, and mine said, "I don't bake cookies, I don't knit, I don't crochet, and I don't babysit."
And you're a poet too. Of all that. Yeah. That's kind of the icing on the cake right there. That's great. Well, I think we've got time to break for a short commercial, folks, and we're going to come back with another very interesting guest. I know you will enjoy him. And Nancy, again, thank you so much for being my guest tonight. It's been a pleasure. Okay?
I've loved it.
All right. Stand by, everybody. We'll be right back after the short commercial break. Take it away, Al.
Calvary Gutter Services, LLC provides quality service to our customers. We are committed to excellence and offer a 2-year warranty on all workmanship and a lifetime clog-free warranty on all gutter cover systems. We are fully insured for your protection. We are experts in copper and half-round gutter systems, which are offered in sizes ranging from 6 inches to 8 inches. Full soffit and fascia systems can be replaced as we install gutters to avoid wood rot and ensure a job well done. We proudly offer Magnolia underdeck systems. We ensure that you are happy with the service we provide. If you need a pro, call us 678-389-7945. That's 678-389-7945. Cavalry Gutter Services. Find us on the web at www.gutteratlanta.org.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you rejoined us. You're going to be in for a nice treat here in a little bit. My next guest is a gentleman, and I met this fella several years ago at the Senior Follies again, as I did Nancy Long, our previous guest, and his name is Mr. Don Sepulveda. Hello again, Don.
Hello, Dennis.
Thank you for being here, sir.
Appreciate you asking me.
You, too, have an interesting background. First of all, you don't look like you're over 50. And you had to be over 50 to be on Senior Follies.
Well, I cheated for a little while. You had to be over 55.
Oh, 55. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got so much going on in your life, I really don't know where to start. But aside from the fact that you were in the Follies, you also do other things. You own an insurance agency. I know you've done that for a living for many years.
Oh, yeah.
But you've also got a brand new book out based on some life experiences, and I'd like you to tell our viewers a little bit about what this book is all about.
To summarize, this turned out to be a blessing for me, no question about it. And it was tough at first, but there were some folks that knew. We had kind of a colorful history when I was younger. A lot of abuse in our family. My mom was married 12 or 13 times. We lost count while I was home, and that was before I was 15. She had me when she turned 15. I was born on my mom's birthday.
Wow.
We're both June 2nd. And but even that, I had a younger sister.
Wow.
But she would bring guys in, and there was a lot of problems that we didn't realize when we were younger. You know, you just kind of go with it. It's the way it is. But my mom had a lot of problems, and, would lock us away in rooms a lot, and a lot of, just painful stuff that would go on right behind closed doors. Well, they knew about this. And there was a gentleman in my life that actually has introduced me to two careers. That's a story in itself. Mm-hmm. But the man that hired me in the insurance business in '79 said, look, we would like for you to be part of this book to explain that you've been able to get through some of the things you did, but still to be able to achieve some things in your life.
Right.
And
so overcoming adversity, basically.
That's exactly, as you said, the title, part of the title of the book, right? Multiple Streams of Success.
Okay.
And to me, it was an honor. I almost turned it down because normally you don't talk about those things, and growing up, you don't bring those things up,
right,
you know?
Right.
So this was a new experience for me, and actually my wife and I cried while we wrote this.
Well, you tend to reflect later in life as to where you've come from, where you are, and where you're going.
Exactly.
I did not know that this was part of the title of the book, but it's called Multiple Streams of Success, Real Life Stories of Faith, Hope, Success, and Overcoming Adversity.
Pretty long title.
Yeah, it is. And this is available on Amazon?
Honestly, I don't know where the publishers have it.
Okay.
I know some people have gotten it, but normally what I do is I use it when they ask us to speak and at different shows and things that we do and that kind of thing. So most of the time I'm the one that's getting it out to
Okay.
folks.
But people can find this on the net, I guess?
Or if they go to our website, a lot of them will email me or go to our website for the insurance company, and then we get it to them that way.
What's your website address?
SepulvedaInsuranceGroup.com.
Can you spell Sepulveda?
Sure. S as in Sam, EPULVEDA.
Insurance.com.
InsuranceGroup.com.
Oh, InsuranceGroup.com.
And then, of course, my email is don@SepulvedaInsurance.com, and that's the easiest way to do it.
One other point that I wanted to bring up, I'm going to hit the fast forward button here just a little bit. Yeah. You folks before American Idol might remember a show that Ed McMahon hosted and owned, and it was called
Star Search. Star Search.
How did he know that? Tell the folks how you knew that.
Well, interesting enough, I was told, some friends told me there was an audition at the Mall of Georgia, and kind of convinced me to go. Almost didn't go. Went there, and it was just herds of people.
Herds.
Almost left. The sound was horrible. You're in, you know how a mall is anyway. Right. You can't hear yourself think, and so I thought there's no way this can work.
Right.
But I had driven all the way there, so I'm just going to hang out, see what happens. So they called my name.
Yeah.
So you stand up on this stage with all these people around talking and carrying on, and I sang a song called American Trilogy.
By a fella named...
you might know Elvis.
Elvis, the one and only, yes.
And so when I got done, Dennis, I got to tell you this. When I got done, they called me down and they said they were sorry that I had wasted my time, But
Really?
I didn't follow direction because 3 minutes was the time limit for the songs for your audition.
Right.
Well, that song's 4 minutes and change.
Yeah.
So I knew I had blown it. I wasted my day. So I drive home thinking, why did I do this? But I got a call anyway.
Yeah.
So we went through the first stage and then got through that, the second stage, and it's months. It's very painful.
Right.
It's a lot of work. Then you win that one, you got to keep going through. And finally, in the end, it was really amazing. I mean, when they told me that we had won the whole thing, I got to go meet Ed
You won
McMahon.
Star Search.
Won it, yeah.
Did you go to Los Angeles to film it?
No, Ed McMahon actually came here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we came here, met his wife. Of course, when I met her, she said her name was whatever McMahon, and I said, "Oh, I love your dad." She said, "No, that's my husband."
How not to make an impression on your host,
got the
right?
old foot in the mouth thing. So yeah, there's always.
Oh, that's good. That's a cool story.
But, yeah, it was really something. And
so did you win it by singing American Trilogy?
that was the song that put it over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the one I auditioned with. So, funny enough, as you know, I've got all these albums out and spent all this time recording.
Yeah.
But then now that I won that, everybody thinks I'm an Elvis impersonator because I won Star Search.
Well, you're going to honor us with a little song later, right? That Elvis did.
Well, you're the boss.
Yes, I'd love to have our viewers watch you do an Elvis type song. But aside from Elvis, Don does other songs, and he also had a song on the country charts
We
for
had 52. And we had one song called "Still Got It Bad" that's on several of these albums that stayed on the independent charts on internet for over 18 months.
Wow. Okay. So you've recorded in Nashville?
Yes.
Okay.
Almost always. We did a few others, but mostly Nashville.
Now, when you say we, is that your wife also?
No, I was talking about the band and my
Oh,
promoter.
the band. Okay.
And she does shows with me. My wife is.
She entertains too.
She does. She does backgrounds with me, and
Right.
it's a blast, you know.
Yeah, right. Oh, entertainment is fun.
Proud of it, yeah.
I'll tell you, to me, entertainment is therapeutic, not only for the people that are being entertained, but for the entertainers. You know, I do the same kind of magic stuff for a long time before I take it out of my show, but you wouldn't believe how people react differently to the same thing that I'm doing for everybody.
I bet.
Little different reaction, you know. And it's just so much fun making people laugh and making them entertained.
Oh, I loved watching you. I actually went up and watched you backstage every time I was getting changed. I'm back here changing clothes.
Were you the
watching
guy that was
Dennis.
heckling me?
Yeah.
Okay.
No comment.
Actually, I got heckled by a 5-year-old in that show in North Carolina. I
saw
think
it.
I told the story here, but I'll tell it again if you really want to hear it.
I saw it. I saw that happen.
The audience was filled with adults. There was only 2 children in the audience, and they sat right in the front row. And I did my miracle trick where I take a Coke bottle, open it up, pour some Coke in, drink the Coke, put the bottle in a bag, and all of a sudden, magically, boom, here comes a big silver silk, right? Kid in the front row, who's about 5, says, "I know how you did that. The silk was already in the bottle." I said, "Okay, watch this." Boom, pull a 6-foot rope out of the bag. He says, "I know how you did that too." And I said, "You know what? You're the reason I don't do kid shows." And then, but, you know, listen, he's 6 years old. He wants to get in show business. I understand that. So what I did then is I took the bag that the Coke bottle was in and just crunched it up, threw it over my shoulder, and the Coke was completely gone. He was amazed by that trick.
You got him.
At that point in time, I said, "Son, get up, turn around, face the audience, and introduce yourself." And he did. And he got a round of applause bigger than I got, you know. But I gave him his little 5 minutes of fame, and I thanked him for introducing himself. And I don't know how we got off on this subject because I'm supposed to be interviewing you. But it was a very fun experience, you know. But the kid was, you know, not as bad as a heckler I had another time when I did a show in Chicago years ago. I got heckled by a nun. Now, that's a stretch.
rough.
Yeah, that's rough, yeah. When you're condemned by somebody that could put you either that way or that way, and she heckles you, it makes you wonder, you know, what kind of personality you are.
Yeah, you got to think that one through.
So anyway, I got off subject here a little bit. Okay, so you got
That's
the
fun.
insurance thing going, then you started with the entertainment, and from that point on, you went to Nashville and recorded some tunes, and you still perform to this day with a band, is that right?
Whatever's needed. I do a lot of solo. That's when tracks came along. It eliminated the need for band, as you know.
Right.
And I guess it helps because then I can do it a lot less expensively. I don't
Yeah.
have to, so that makes me a little more attractive.
But you're not just entertaining and singing. You're kind of making people aware of this part of your life
in some
also?
cases, there's different ones. Some of
You're
it's strictly
blending
entertainment.
the both,
yes.
and I think that's a great thing.
And I like, one of these is mostly Christian-based, the Unspoken Word.
Okay.
That's mostly Christian-based tunes and kind of crossover, so it doesn't sound preachy. But I've also been 22 years in the praise band at United Methodist Church up at Midway.
Oh, okay, great.
So kind of mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I won't ask you how your insurance business is going. I know that industry is changing dramatically every day as time goes along. So, life is full of surprises. I've always said there's only one thing you can count on in life, that's that something will change.
That's right.
It's constantly changing and evolving, and you have to evolve and change with it, because the alternative is to get negative and be in a funk. And then a lot of bad things happen, including not only mentally but health-wise. And as Nancy, my previous guest, said, I think a lot of people that are in a negative state of mind, they can control that and get out of that themselves if they put their minds to it.
You're right. Well, we need to hire Dr. Long to be at our office right now.
I agree.
Because insurance is a little rough right now.
I can definitely understand that. Well, I think, folks, that we're going to take a short commercial break, and when we come back, Don is going to honor us with a song, and I can't wait. So don't leave. We'll be right back after the short commercial break. Keeping it real, live from Atlanta. Here we go.
Are you looking for a great night out? Are you in the Atlanta, Georgia area? Are you looking to check out some live, awesome music during the week? They have keynote, poker tournaments, horseshoes, and special events. It's all at the Moon Shadow Tavern. That's at 3976 Lawrenceville Highway in Tucker, Georgia. That's the Moon Shadow Tavern. Give them a call, 770-674-2133. Check out their selection of great food, friendly service. Visit their website at msttucker.com. That's www.msttucker.com. Moon Shadow Tavern is a proud sponsor of the Chris Massey Web TV music show on www.americanheartsradio.com. Make sure you told them that American Hearts Radio sent you. Visit their website, check out their great selection of food, appetizers, wings, burgers, sandwiches and wraps, steaks and chicken, salads and sides. Also their drink specials. Live music during the week. Check them out. Give them a call, 770-674-2133.
Folks, I'm going to do a song for you called Can't Help Falling in Love, probably one of Elvis's most popular. And there's a little history behind that. I'll keep it short, but a lot of people didn't know, and people that were real Elvis fans did know, that he used to dedicate that song specifically to somebody in the audience, which was a lot of the reason that he became very emotional with it, because he felt as though he was singing to somebody specifically. So I would like to dedicate this to all of you in Dennis's audience, and also to Dr. Long, who's been with us here today, a special friend, and just all of you, and then also to my wife, who's home recovering from a surgery right now. That's good. When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on, and you're always there to lend a hand in everything I do. That's a wonder, the wonder of you. And when you smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand and I'm a king. Your kiss to me is worth a fortune. Your love to me means everything. I guess I'll never know the reason why you love me as you do. That's a wonder, the
wonder of you. I guess I'll never the reason why you love me as you do. That's a wonder, the wonder of
Very good. Don't leave. Don't leave. I want to congratulate you on that tune.
Sorry, we got the wrong one.
That's all right. Hey, before we close the show tonight, and that's a great way to close the show, by the way. It was nice tune. I just wanted to mention one thing about my previous guest, Dr. Nancy Long. She graduated high school at 16 and got a doctorate at 68. Not many people I know have done that, but I wanted to put that in there. And folks, I want to thank you for joining me this month. Next month, we've got a great show planned with a lot of laughs, a lot of comedy moments. So be sure to join us the second Tuesday of November for Keeping It Real, live from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm your host, Dennis Aloia. Keep it real. See you then. Adios.